Aloha, friends and neighbors. Welcome. This is program 1052 in Astrology, Ancient Science in the Modern World. I'm Roland Frost, Kona astrologer. We're going to go through the last few days of January, first few days of February for you and see what's going on, what's coming up in the sky mirror. I've got a chart all drawn up for you here, and what you notice immediately is Jupiter is still opposing Uranus. Now this fight, this battle between Jupiter, the rich lawyers, and 1%, opposing Uranus, which is environmentalists, common sense, homeless people, astrologers. This battle is still going on. It's mediated by Saturn, who's the judge, is trying to settle it out. I noticed they settled out some of the Israeli stuff. Well, maybe. The sun is in Aquarius, and it's going from 8 degrees to 18. So at the end of your next week, it'll be at 18 degrees and 18 degrees of air, and it'll complete the bowl, we call it, and try to mediate this problem between Jupiter and Uranus also. Anyway, I'm here on the 29th of December, trying to get some shows done early. Let's get down to business. I've got the planetary pattern. Let's see, here's Mercury, and Mercury's about to get in trouble squaring Uranus, and then it squares Jupiter. So you can see little red lines here. The dates, Mercury does it Tuesday afternoon, squares Uranus, and you may find there's some difficulties communicating and transportating, and hard to think in words. You get little glitches and stutters, and that's Tuesday afternoon. When you get to Thursday morning, Mercury squaring Jupiter, the other side of this battle we're having in the sky, and that'll make you talk too much, laugh too much, chatter too much, overdo. Your thoughts won't settle down. So Mercury's going to teach us a little bit about this opposition. Now we're going to run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern, and as it does, it makes angles to the various entities in the sky and gives us a mood of the times. If you're on the Thursday show, well, Wednesday night I went by Pluto. Things got a little radical. The moon was in Capricorn, and all day Thursday, and into the evening also. So it tended to give you a little more of this T-square, a little bit of that opposition feeling. Friday, on the 27th of January, the moon's in Aquarius. And here's the new moon point. Right here, Friday afternoon, the new moon is at 8 degrees of Aquarius. Yeah. And it gets rid of Neptune stuff a bit, and doesn't make major angles to things. Aquarius is a nice fixed air sign, and so we get kind of intellectual, and everybody feels the common sense of Aquarius. It's kind of a nice sign. So Friday, be with somebody that is important to you. New moons always start a whole new cycle, for another month. And so you want to do things on new moons that you figure are going to go on for a while. Yeah. So it's a good starting moon. On Saturday, the moon's still in Aquarius on the 28th. And here in the middle of the day, there's a sextile to Uranus. And then in the afternoon and evening, there's a trine to Jupiter. And finally, after dinner, here's a sextile to Saturn. So a lot of stuff could get done here. A lot of meaningful things could happen as the moon goes through the end of Aquarius. Turns on all these fire and air planets. And maybe we can mediate some of the problem. I noticed the Russians are in there at the end of December 2016. And managed to broker a ceasefire over there. So, maybe that was a good thing. Something happened on this new moon that changed things. This is the new moon in Capricorn I'm just working on. So here's a month ahead, new moon in Aquarius, and this could further constructive communication amongst the politicians and judges and rich people and independent and rebels, yeah? So, yeah, cease fire. Let anybody left in Aleppo? I don't know. Sunday, the 29th, the moon goes into Pisces. Pisces starts here. It's a mutable water sign, so everything is more changeable and mutable. In the afternoon, early afternoon, the moon goes by the south node here at 4 degrees of Pisces, so we feel like we need a little help. And then late in the evening, this is 9-10 o'clock, the moon goes by Neptune. Now, if this is good for your chart, if you've got a lot of earth and water, in the first part of the signs, it could be good. You could get some music, some inspiration, read Jesus. When the Bible says heavens insert sky. Anyway, you could have some moments of enlightenment from the heart, or you could just get confused. Don't drink Sunday night. You could also feel lost. Monday morning, January 30th, you're still feeling this Neptune thing, feel a little unsteady, feel a little bit lost. That's normal. Don't worry. You'll get your head Monday afternoon. Here's the moon in sextile to Pluto. Hooray! We got control. And then it's sextiles Mercury around dinner time. All right, we're talking and making words and communicating, and powerful words are going on here Monday afternoon, the 30th. Feels pretty good. Look out, though. Yeah, because up ahead we got some problems. On Tuesday, which is the 31st of January, the moon's squaring Saturn. It's cold. Now, when you start your week, by the way, Venus at 24 Pisces is squaring Saturn at 24 Sag. So there's not a lot of comfort and love around the first part of your next week. No, not at all. As Venus goes by the square to Saturn, she's not happy either. Hard to find much sweets and pleasure during this period. And so you're going to feel it kind of sharp Monday night, Tuesday morning. There is here a conjunction to Venus where you might squeeze out a little sweets and pleasure. It's in the middle of Tuesday, 31st. And then as you go towards the evening of Tuesday, here's a conjunction to Mars. Mars and Venus are kind of close here, and they're both in Pisces. Well, by the time you get to Tuesday, Mars has moved into Aries. He likes Aries. Yes, he does. And, you'll find that he's pretty randy. That's a good word. So hopefully him and Venus aren't too far apart. But Romeo, he's not as afflicted. Venus, poor girl, she had a hit from Saturn. And probably needs a hero around. There's Mars. He shows up Tuesday afternoon and evening, the hero. Take care of her. That's the feeling as you go through Tuesday night. On Wednesday, the 1st, there's a nice sextile to the sun. And you got a plan. It's in the early afternoon. And you're in Aries. And so, there's charge 'em. Just get the plan together, though. And don't count on implementing right away, because Wednesday night, 9-10 o'clock, the moon squares Pluto, and eek a bug, there's a little panicky, a little problems, and you're in that zone where that Uranus-Jupiter thing is happening. And, here, what happens? Let's take a look at the details of it. It's a little tricky when the moon goes by Uranus. It starts with a little panickiness. That's Wednesday evening, 9-10 o'clock or so. And then around midnight or something, the moon hits Uranus, and there's power problems and quakes and shakings and twirlies and tornadoes and all manner of upsetting kinds of things. Feel a little alone? Well, that's normal then. Thursday morning, early, here's the moon opposing Jupiter. and too many people making too much noise, and we're not happy with the rich people and the 1% at all. So this is a very revolutionary time, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. People wake up and they realize they're being ripped off, and all the money's flowing to the rich, rich, rich. What are you going to do? Take them to court? Well, the judge might help. Here's a trine to Saturn, the judge. Main thing is stop buying the products of the rip-off artists. Get something healthy in your body instead of junk food. You'll understand that Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, the moon goes into Taurus, and it all settles out a little bit. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, and goes from here, Thursday afternoon, to Saturday afternoon. And it likes luxury, and Taurus is very oriented towards pleasure and luxuries. You'll feel it when it shifts from Aries, which is the hot, angry sign, into Taurus, which is a Venus sign. So on Thursday afternoon, you're shifting from Romeo and going into your Juliet phase. So you should start to enjoy yourself a little bit. Friday in the middle of the day, the moon sextiles Neptune, and there's some dreamy stuff around, some inspiration from the heart. And Taurus, this is kind of nice. I would expect Neptune could give you some beautiful images and music here. But as you go into the evening Friday, here's the moon squaring Saturn, and your plans aren't going through. So don't stick to them and be stubborn. Taurus is a very stubborn sign. Give up your plans. A couple hours later, around 11 or 12, the moon trines Pluto. There's a discovery of something new, something fun. It'll be okay, don't worry. Saturday, the 4th, the moon's still in Taurus, and you're still feeling kind of in control. In the afternoon, here's a nice trine to Mercury, and you can talk and walk, and the kids are happy, and your mind is working well. Just before dinner, the moon shifts in to Gemini, and when it does, the vibes change again. And here's the sextile to Venus. Here's some sweets and some love. Here's Juliet. She's feeling a little better after her cold period. Saturn squaring her. So hopefully she's been rescued a little bit by... Here's Mars. So Venus, Saturday night, huh? The 4th. Good time for love. Good time for sweets. Good time to be with somebody real special. Saturday night. Sunday morning, you get up. You're full of vim and vigor. There's a nice sextile to Mars. The Venus must have treated him well because he's feeling good. And you can get a lot of stuff done Sunday morning. After lunch, however, here's a square to Neptune. Moon squares Neptune. There's a little confusion. And you want to ease off and just take it easy Sunday, middle of the day and into the evening. Here, late Sunday night, this is like 10, 11 o'clock, the moon trines the sun, and then it goes on and sextiles Uranus. So you get a project going, you can make ideal things happen here. There could be some Aquarian things going on. Yes. Well, if it weren't for the judge and the laws, here's the sun saying, I want to do this. Here's Uranus, the science, the environmentalists saying, yes, we can all get together. Common sense rules. And then here's the trine to Jupiter. Even the lawyers and rich people will agree. It all looks pretty good. And then Monday after lunch, here's the opposition to Saturn. And the judge says, wait a minute, there's laws. I'm not too happy with laws in general. In my life, laws have not done very well. Maybe it's because we're electing the wrong people to make them. And once they're made, they were stuck in cement, and the drug war goes on and on and on and on. It's a terrible thing once they start these things.